Hi, Nathan Jackmon here with the Jackmon Group, and today we're going to talk about the 4 reasons to sell your home right now in Ventura County or Santa Barbara. And hey, if you have any questions about this content or anything else, please call, text, or email me anytime. I'd be happy to help. All of my contact information is in the description below. Let's get into it. The first reason to sell your home right now is because demand is high. The market is hot, and there are a couple reasons for this. The first one is that interest rates are at an all-time low. Now remember, home prices are mostly about supply and demand. So if demand is high or going up, that's going to put upward pressure on prices. Another reason demand is high is because since the pandemic, home has never been more important. A lot of renters are wanting to buy a home for the security it brings during a pandemic or hard times. The government has given support to homeowners, like making sure that banks are offering forbearance during these tough times. What we've been seeing is that buyers want to relocate from dense areas into less dense areas, such as Ventura, Santa Barbara, Oxnard, Camarillo. We're also seeing that people want more space in their home, like say a home office or just an extra room. The second reason to sell your house right now is because of low housing supply. Like I said before, prices are all about supply and demand. So when the housing supply is low, that puts upward pressure on prices. And if you put your house on the market right now, there's going to be less competition and you're likely going to get a better price. And the third reason to put your house on the market right now is because interest rates are low. So we already talked about the demand side, but as a seller, it means when you buy your new house, whether you're downsizing or moving up in square footage, you'll also be able to take advantage of that low interest rate. So let's say that you're at a higher interest rate and haven't refinanced yet, then there's even more of an incentive to sell right now and buy and take advantage of the interest rate as a buyer. And the fourth reason to sell your house right now is that there could be trouble ahead. Now, I'm not saying I know what's going to happen, but there are some things that we really need to look at moving forward that could affect the real estate market. The first one has to do with unemployment. Now, since the pandemic, those who have been on unemployment have been receiving a bonus of $600 on top of what their normal weekly benefit amount would be. Our government has been trying to figure out how they're going to move forward with this, but technically that bonus for unemployment went away on July 31st. So until we see what they're going to do with that, things are a little bit uncertain, because if that goes away, there are going to be a lot of people who aren't going to be able to afford their mortgage, who aren't going to be able to afford their rent. There are going to be a lot of people who are going to be struggling financially. Now, the other part we need to look at when it comes to this is that the government has been giving protection to renters, not allowing owners to evict them. Now, this is coming to an end pretty soon, and so we're going to have to wait to find out what's going on with this, because this could be a bad situation for renters along with homeowners who have rental properties and might not be able to pay for their mortgage if they're not getting rent. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that as well. And one of the bigger things that could have an effect on the real estate market is mortgage forbearance. The government has been supporting homeowners since the pandemic by making sure that banks don't foreclose on homes and offer forbearance to people who were hit hard by the pandemic. And this might be coming to an end pretty soon. We're getting towards the tail end of those 3 and 6 month forbearance requests. So if banks start trying to modify loans or get money from people in lump sums from the payments that they've missed over the course of the last 3 to 4 months, this could be a major issue. This could increase foreclosures, actually almost guaranteed to increase foreclosures, because number one, many people aren't going to be able to afford their mortgage anymore, but also there were foreclosures pre-pandemic where the banks weren't able to foreclose on them because of the support that the government's been giving. Now, on the flip side, it could be overblown with how many foreclosures will come from this, because many banks were mandated by the CARES Act to put the missed payments to the end of the loan, which means that it's essentially free money. And when that stops, the people who could afford their mortgage to begin with and were just taking advantage of this are more than likely going to just start making their payments like they were prior to the pandemic. Nonetheless, these are things to pay attention to. And if there were to be trouble moving forward, selling your house now and getting in on a new home at a fantastic interest rate would be a really good thing for you to do. So here are some best case scenarios. Let's say you already wanted to move, you have a high interest rate and can buy a new home with a lower interest rate, and it would give you more purchasing power. That would be a really good situation for you to sell your house now. If you want to get into a house that's in a price range above the most competitive price ranges, this would be a perfect time to sell your house. Another best case scenario would be if you wanted to move to a less expensive area. And another great scenario that I'm thinking about is that if you found a great deal, like a fixer, and you pounced on it, and then you sold your home after you moved into the new home. And by the way, if you need the proceeds from the sale of your home to purchase your new home, there's a special financing called a bridge loan that will advance you the money to purchase your new home first. That way you can sell your home unoccupied. That will be much more convenient and almost guarantee you more money for your home. If you have questions about bridge loans, feel free to contact me about it directly or leave a question in the comments below. So if you're thinking about selling your home, it's probably safe to say that you want to get the top dollar for it in the quickest and most convenient timeline. Let's be honest, most people do. Real estate is really important for most families. It's security. It can be passed down from generation to generation. It's a big deal. So I get why when people sell their home, they want to get top dollar for it. And because of that, I did a video on the 4 most important things to get you top dollar for your home in the current Ventura County and Santa Barbara real estate markets. And in my opinion, if you're not doing these things, you're leaving money on the table. If you want to see that video, it's free and it's in the description below. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this content and got some valuable information, then go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, post a comment, and of course, share with your friends and colleagues. We would really appreciate it, and it would really help this channel out and put this content in front of even more people who could benefit from it. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Thanks for watching, and until next time.